Hi, welcome. Welcome to another episode of What Happened This Week. What happened this week? A recap of some happenings in the country, Arizona, and the AARP. Last week we did not do a show, but here we are today. So we're missing one of our colleagues, Maria. She is not able to join us today, but we have Brendan Blake again. And Brendan knows how to talk about a few issues here and there, especially advocacy. But the main reason that we asked him to be on our show today, not necessarily for advocacy, for something very exciting, but at the same time kind of sad. So what is it
Disappointing.
about? Disappointed. So
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but Brendan, what can you share about today? We something that made the news. Take it away.
It was a sad couple of days for me personally. It took me about 24 to 48 hours to feel better. After the Suns lost in six in Milwaukee in the finals, it was really tough. It was a hard fought series. Most of the games were actually good games though. Most of them pretty close except for game 3 that we lost. So it was mostly a good series. Would have loved to have had it end a different way, but that team is just it's a great team and led by a great coach in Monty Williams, and we've got a lot of chances to move forward and get better next year. We got to bring back Chris Paul. We got a lot of internal development to happen. DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, all of them will have I'm sure ways that they'll improve their game over the next 3 months or so, that they can hopefully come back stronger next year. So
It's a young team. Yep.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, not bad. Look, they won 51 of 72 games. It was a short season in 2021. They defeated the Lakers in 6 games, defeated the Denver Nuggets in 4, defeated the LA Clippers in 6. The Suns are the Western Conference champions. And we just missed it on one bullet point, right?
Yeah.
We lost to Milwaukee Bucks, in 6. Overall, I think that it just brought so much happiness for a few weeks to the city, to the state. It was a very, very good thing. I mean, obviously, you want to win, but in the end, it didn't happen. And we also have to give credit to the Bucks. They really,
Yes.
really played to win. I think they deserve it. So anyway. Thank you, Brendan, and please chime in on any of the other points that you see here. So that definitely made the news, at least for our state and our city. The Suns, the Phoenix Suns, after many years that this had not happened. I think the last era of excitement was with Steve Nash, right? Wasn't it?
93. I think it was
Yeah,
the last time we
yeah,
were in the finals.
yeah. So
93,
that's
28 years ago.
yeah. So thank you, Brendan. This definitely made the news. I mean, for a few days, I think we're just kind of getting over it. It was painful at the same time, but in the end, I think we're all thankful that the Suns gave it a good shot and that the city enjoyed this, the game for a few weeks. So it is what it is. Thank you so much, Alex. Something not so positive is happening also in our state and actually in the country for that matter. Take it away.
So David and Brendan, AARP is sounding the alarms on COVID vaccination rates for nursing home staff members. So unfortunately, the latest release of the AARP's nursing home COVID-19 dashboard, it's data that gets incorporated into this dashboard, and it's related to vaccine rates among staff and residents, and finds that just 9.2% of Arizona's nursing homes meet an industry benchmark of having at least 75% of the staff fully vaccinated. 9.2% of Arizona nursing homes.
Wow.
That is drastic. And let me give you some statistics here, some data, but nationally, slightly more than half of healthcare workers in nursing homes were fully vaccinated at approximately 56%. About 78% of residents were fully vaccinated as of the week ending in June 20th. So we're about 4 weeks behind in this dashboard. Here in Arizona, 63.3% of residents have been fully vaccinated, compared to 78% nationally, and 50.8% of the staff have been vaccinated, compared to 56%, I believe it's the one for staff members. We are behind in the state. Why is this important? Because of the Delta variants. We know that the vaccine is working. So unfortunately, the cases are going up. We haven't seen the data of deaths going just up now. But remember, this data shows only 4 weeks behind, ending June 20th. So what's going to happen in the data, the dashboard that we have in July? More than likely, those are going to be going up.
And you know, the bad part about this, Alex and Brendan, is that the nursing homes were the ones that were hit the most, the hardest, and to not see the staff being vaccinated is kind of difficult to swallow. On the other hand, I mean, there hasn't been like a rule, right, a protocol that forces people to get vaccinated, and that's when it gets kind of tricky. So I guess it's left after the up to the each nursing home, we could say.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I could also add too there. You know, we've been seeing really good vaccination rates amongst the nursing home residents. But the problem is that because the vaccines are not 100% effective, with the new variant, the more that you have somebody exposed to somebody who is not vaccinated, the more likely they are to get COVID. So these are still people who are very vulnerable, who are being potentially exposed to COVID, even though they're vaccinated. Being exposed over and over and over in such close quarters is dangerous to them.
Pretty dangerous. Absolutely.
Definitely. Well, the last thing that I think has been happening as a kind of a news thing is the following, and that is that inflation is getting too high. And I posed a question, any benefit from it? Well, usually no, but we'll try to kind of twist a little bit that fact with something at the end. But you know, I look into some data. The current annual inflation for the 12 months ending in June 2021, it's 5.39. This is the inflation, and there's different metrics, I think, you know, so some go higher than others. Then we also have the consumer price index in 2019, it was 2.3%. In 2020, it increased 1.4%. In 2021, it's risen to 4.9% so far. So it's not good. I mean, I think we all feel it at the pump, at wherever we go. It's everything. I mean, I hear it from my wife. She usually does most of the shopping and it's very, very, everything is higher. And the only one thing that I wanted to just bring it up to our attention is that the Social Security COLA, cost of living adjustment, is based on a consumer price index. So if there's any positive, any consolation, if you will, about these things, that is that most likely Social Security benefits will see a higher COLA come next year. Hopefully it'll be twice as much. You know, if they get 100, they'll probably get 200. If those that get 50, it'll be 100. And those that get $20 increase, they'll get 40. So anyhow, this probably is the only positive thing that we can take away from this negative thing. So anyway,
hey, David,
yes.
Just going back real fast to the COVID vaccination rates, another negative aspect. Only 15%, 15.7% of our Hispanic population has been vaccinated. That is very concerning, extremely concerning. On that.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it at that. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Brendan, for joining the show today. What happened this week? And all of you have a great rest of the day and see you next time. Take care.